up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine is here.
Yes. I'm not just any brand. I'm my own brand.
People were starting to think that Jasmine and Mano are the same person because they're never in the room at the same time. But Mano is here. New Mano.
Without headphones. Because
Where's your headphones?
Yeah, this is how I get treated when Jasmine
They're
gets
right in
back.
front of you.
They're right in front of you.
But we're talking about edibles and experiences because I went to a smoke shop yesterday.
Right.
And I was like, man, I don't even know what to get, like, when it comes to getting some. But the first time I ever took edibles, I was in San Francisco, and I took way too many. I ate a whole bunch of watermelon gummies, and they were so small, I had no idea they would pack a punch like that.
Small but powerful.
Yes, and I was hosting a day party, and then I had to do a conference out there. And I got back to the hotel. I didn't know what was going on. I get to my room. I'm outside the door. I'm with Paris, who works with me.
Right.
And my key doesn't work. And so I ended up just laying on the floor.
Oh, outside the room?
Outside the room because I couldn't make it back down the stairs to try to get a key. So she was going to go down, but she didn't want to leave me there.
By yourself.
And she was like, Angela, you have to get up there. There's people from the conference, because they were all staying at the hotel because that's where the conference was.
Right.
So fortunately, we ended up seeing somebody who worked at the hotel, and they went downstairs and got the key for us because she didn't want to leave me there by myself.
Shout out to Paris.
Yeah, laying on the floor. And then I was fine the next day, but when I tell you that night was rough. What about you, Mano?
Oh, you want to bring that up? Since
I'm glad you walked in.
Your brother sold me 25 cookies.
All right, let's talk about how it really happened. You called me and
called
you
you.
said, hey, can your brother make me some cookies?
25.
Yeah, you said you wanted 25
I
cookies.
wanted 25.
Because he just makes them recreationally, And so I was like, Mano wants to get some cookies. Can you do it? He was like, all right, no problem.
So I was on my way to the studio, but I went to pick up the 25 cookies.
They were delicious.
Right? He told me to take half.
Okay.
Half of one?
Half of one.
Okay, half of one cookie.
So I was
That's good advice.
my way to do a session with Raekwon. And
Shout out
I
to
had my son with me.
Purple Tape.
My son was young back then. He was maybe about 6 or 7.
Oh, wow. That's a while ago.
Yeah, maybe 8. And then I took half of it.
Right.
And then I got in the car and I left.
Okay.
And I got there and I said, man, I don't feel nothing.
How long had it been?
No, this is back to back.
Okay.
This is back to back.
So right away you thought you were going to
I
feel it.
took another half and then another half. I wound up taking a cookie and a half.
Ooh.
Oh, he told you to take a half, but you took
All right, so you
one
took
and a half.
3 times the recommended dosage.
So now when I tell you this,
Uh-oh.
I had uncontrollable laughter.
Oh.
That sounds pleasant.
I was forgetting everything that I was saying in the middle of a conversation. I could not record. They was like, God, you okay? I thought I was, and let me tell you, that high kept hitting, it kept elevating. I was high from Friday to Monday.
Oh my gosh.
I was panicking, I was shaking, and I was paranoid. Am I gonna be like this for the rest of my life?
What happened to the other 23 and a half cookies?
I never touched them. They were sitting in my cabinet for 3 years.
Oh.
You learned your lesson.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, Mano, you didn't listen. Well, we want to hear your guys' edible stories. 800-292-5150. Hey, Nick.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on? We're talking some edible stories. What's yours?
It's a long story, but I'll make it short for you guys.
Okay.
I was 19, just moved out of my parents' house, moved into a trailer park with my buddy. Thought it was the best, most awesome, thing in the world. Celebrated that night by trying an edible for the first time, and it was a brownie. You're supposed to eat like a fourth of it. I didn't know that. I ate the entire thing.
Uh-oh.
That was back in like 2013, so it was still somewhat kind of new, overpowered and stuff, homemade. About an hour or two after it kicked in, somebody started banging on our door, and this was right when it had, I was peeking, and it sounded like a cop knock, so I started freaking out. My roommate answered the door, and it was a neighbor lady screaming. The trailer next to us was on fire. You heard painful screams and everything. It was an intense moment, and I couldn't handle it while on edibles. I was freaking out, anxious. So I go outside. It's too much to handle. I hear cops coming. I start freaking out. I'm all messed up, not sober. So I think the cops are going to blame me. So I start running. It's out in the middle of nowhere. What felt like 5 minutes was probably longer, maybe not. But, yeah, I get lost in the cornfield. No idea where I'm at. No way to
movie.
get back to where. Yeah, horrible. So
Great
I just
plot.
sit there and
Did you cry?
so I sober up. I can't remember. I was crying on the inside. I know that.
Well, thank you for sharing with us. That's amazing. It's amazing there was a cornfield right there.
Convenient.
Are you
Yeah,
sure
it
you
was-
were in a cornfield? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, cornfield for sure.
All right. Thank you for sharing. Thank God you're
All right,
okay.
thank you
Yeah.
guys.
Bye.
All right. Have a good one.
Hey, Brika. Hey,
What's up,
Brika.
Angela? What's up?
What's up? So you have an edible story for us?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right, so, I mean, I'm definitely a chronic smoker, so I'm at the weed spot talking to the weed man. I'm letting them know I got jury duty. It's one of them type of jury duties where you got to sit in there all day. And we was there for a week.
Mm.
He was like, well, take some of these edibles. That way you ain't got to smoke, come back smelling like smoke. But I
Oh,
was
that's a
like,
good
you-
suggestion.
Right.
Maybe.
But this is my first time, and I'm like, I ain't know that you supposed to eat it piece by piece or
Right.
little by little. So I'm waiting till I get hungry, and I'm scarfing down edibles at snack time or whatever.
Oh,
I end up in court tripping out. Like, I mean, it made court so interesting, but at the same time, I'm laughing at the lawyers. It's real life Law and Order. Like, I'm smirking.
no.
I'm making all these. Everybody looking at me. I look like a real deal smoker. I ended up being like paranoid, thinking I'm gonna go to jail at the end of the day.
Oh my gosh. Listen, that's a good way to get out of jury duty.
It is.
They be like, he tripping. Like,
Yeah, how you gonna go to jail? Oh, my bad. I'm cursing.
it's all right.
You gonna go to jail?
That's funny.
Well, I'm from. It ain't legal where we at.
Oh man. Well, at least it made it interesting for you.
Yeah, I'm glad we're glad you didn't get locked up.
Now, if I'd have did it the right way, it probably would have been better. But I did like you, and I went ahead and scarfed out.
All right. Well, we're not alone. Thank
Right.
you.
All right.
Hey, Lachey, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. You want to tell us your edible story?
Okay, so we're going to Vegas. We're visiting my husband's father, and they take me out to this dispensary. So I never had any edibles before, so they have this big sale going on. So they have gummies, they have chocolate bars, they have all these different
Yum.
flavors. So we get a few. So we get back to his father's house. They're having like a get-together over there. And so I tried a chocolate bar. I don't really feel anything. Then I tried some gummies, and my husband's like, "Hey, slow down. You know, you've never really done this before."
Slow
I'm like, "No,
down.
I'm good. You know, I don't feel anything." So a little while later, we're all standing around in the kitchen, and I just started hearing Lil Boosie playing. So I'm like turning up. I'm dancing. I'm hey, just dancing to myself, turning up. And a little while later, I noticed everybody staring at me. I'm like, what's everybody looking at? There was no music ever playing.
Oh no! Oh my
It
gosh!
was all in my head.
Oh my gosh!
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Yes, I was so embarrassed.
That is funny.
Did anybody film this?
Yeah, I hope not. It never went on the internet. I hope not, but I hear about it.
That's so funny.
That's really funny. At least you're around people you love.
Yeah,
Right, exactly.
All right. That just sounds like a good time.
it does. Hearing a,
Yeah, it was a great
song
time.
you hear, I love it.
All right, guys.
Thank you.